Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. Today we're going to be doing another cave. We're going to be doing the cave on Carno Island. This is the one for the artifact of the Devourer. So this, like I said, is located on Carno Island or Death Island, depending on what you like to call it. It's in the top right corner of the map on the island. And yeah, this cave is, well, it's as long as you have the right stuff with you, it's not too hard to do. I have attempted this cave. I was actually even recording for this cave a few times before, but I seem to have had some bad luck during those periods. First I tried it out with a wolf, which I had done previously, and it worked out fine, but for some reason when I was actually trying to record that, it ended up going really badly because the wolves are not very good at the jumps on the way back up in this cave. So I decided to try it out with this guy, the Thylacoleo, because of course their jump is a bit different from the wolves. They jump a bit higher up rather than in front of themselves. I mean, they also do that too, but with wolves they kind of jump forward instead of up, where these guys can jump also quite high up. And that helps a lot because a lot of their ledges are higher up than where you are when you are on the way back out of this cave, and yeah, that definitely makes it a lot easier to do it on a Thylacoleo than a wolf or a saber or something like that. I mean, it is still possible, but in my experience I've only had bad luck with that. So, as you know, I normally love using the wolves for caves, but yeah, in this case, for this cave, I think this is definitely a lot easier. So I'll just show you guys the location. Yep, I have my GPS because, yeah, the map is not always very accurate. As you can see, the pin is a bit, out of place. It's a bit more to the back of the island up there rather than, to the side. So I have my GPS if you want to know the coordinates. So, yeah, and what do I have with me today? Yeah, I have meat on my mount, of course, and I have resource harvesting off, so I don't, collect all the meat and other stuff from the enemies and get, overloaded. Very important, I have lesser antidote with me. This is because you can, again, this cave has bats, and you can possibly contract mega rabies, and that can either pretty much lead to your death, or unless you luckily get the type which goes away, but if you get bitten again after that, you're pretty much probably gonna die unless you have healing potions or a quick way to heal up. By the way, that's another thing, of course, you can always take healing potions with you in case. That's always a good idea. I don't have them with me today, but yeah, hopefully it should be fine. Of course, I have stimulants also on my mount in case it starts to, the torpor goes up too much. I have some grappling hooks and parachutes just in case, because you can grapple or parachute in this cave. Sometimes it's fun to do that, although I did do that as well the other day when I was trying to record, and I landed in a swarm of bats, so that didn't really help me out too much. So it is fun to parachute, but it doesn't always work out. So yeah, anyway, I'll show you guys when we're inside. And otherwise, yeah, I have a sleeping bag to put down. I also have a bed nearby, but just in case, as well, a sleeping bag. Of course, food, and yeah, stimulants. That's pretty much it, really, I guess. This cave can get quite cold, so I have my flak gear with me, but if you're worried, you can always use fur gear. So yeah, and of course, I have my lovely little. Oh, I love these guys. Can we see it? Can we see it? Can we see it? Oh. Anyway, yeah, I have my lovely otter with me. Oh, they are so cute! They're so cute. They're the cutest things in Ark. I was so excited when they came. I wanted to actually make a video. Oh, okay, I'm stuck. I just want to show you guys. About taming. Look, it has a miner's helmet on. I thought it might be good for some armor. Hey, look how cute it is! Anyway, yeah. I was really excited. Like I said, I was gonna make a video about it, but yeah, that ended up not really happening because for some reason, they seem to take ages to actually start spawning. Well, on the server that I'm on anyway, I was looking for hours and days, basically, trying to find one, and I didn't for ages, so yeah, that was unfortunate. I kind of wanted to make a video pretty soon. But yeah, anyway, maybe I'll still do that another time, of course, to explain how to tame them and stuff like that. It's not too hard, you just need one of those, you need to feed them fish basically. And now in here it's suddenly really dark, so let's put on some gamma so you guys can see what's happening here. So wait, first I'm just gonna quickly place the sleeping bag just in case anything goes wrong. Can I not? Oh, where can I put it? Whatever, put it over here. Why does my GPS keep coming up? I did not select you. Anyway, so here we go. So in the first part of this cave, there's like a little part of water, but it's not very long, so don't worry too much about it. You kind of, oh sorry, it's a bit confusing, but you go like around to the right and up. And here's the very beginning of the cave. Of course, we're already faced with our first enemies. Some bats. Please don't give me mega rabies. Oh, I hate them. Okay, so this is the very beginning of the cave. There is sometimes a drop right on the end of here. I guess not at the moment, but yeah, sometimes there is a loot crate over there. And yeah, let me just kill this dude. And I'll show you quickly the stats I have as well on my my mount here, my Thylo. So I have about 12k health and about 1500 melee. You probably could do this with less than that. So, you know, it'd still probably be manageable, but you know, that's just how I've leveled it up so far. And so yeah, like I said, you could parachute down here. That is possible, because the artifact is literally right under there where you see the purple glowingness. But the thing is that, yeah, there's a lot of enemies along the way, and they, like, you know, get attracted to you and follow you as you parachute, I guess. And your parachutes are kind of hard to control where you're going. So you kind of, yeah, like I said, what happened to me, I ended up landing in a swarm of bats, and yeah, it didn't work out too well. So, oh, I'm gonna land right on the bats. How nice. So yeah, I'm gonna go around. You can follow this path all the way around and down, which is what I'm gonna do, because I can also maybe show you guys if there's some drops, or see down there where there's some mushrooms. Maybe I'll show you nearby. There's also sometimes a drop over there. But anyway, here we go. Oh, let's not fail in the first moment. Kill these bats. Come here then. Come here. What? Just... Why is this not big and lag? See, I already randomly contract mega rabies. I feel like they've made it more common. Like, I never got that in this cave before, and suddenly I keep getting it. Especially not on when I'm on a mount. Normally that doesn't happen, but yeah. So I'm gonna have a look. Do I have the type that is... Yeah, I think it's the type that goes away. So maybe I'll be able to survive without having to take the antidote, as long as I don't get it again. That would suck. Alright, so here we go. Let me see. I see a drop down there. Oh, I really don't like having mega rabies. Anyway, so you can go both ways here. You can go around there and then keep following the path, or you can jump across here and take a tiny bit of a shortcut. So I'm gonna do that, jump across here. Okay, or I'm gonna fall. Oh god, it's not going very well. I really seem to have a lot of bad luck with this cave. I don't know what it is. It shouldn't be too difficult. Anyway, so sometimes there's a drop over here as well. A loot crate, drop, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, just continue down, following the path over here. Oop. Okay, maybe you jump a bit too high sometimes. But yeah, I think there's also a part. Let me see if I can see it from here. It must be on a different area. There's like a little ledge where there's an explorer note, but I don't remember exactly on which area. But hopefully we'll see it as we go down. Anyway, sorry, I'll just continue down, following the path. Like I said, you can also parachute or grapple, but I just, because of the enemies and stuff, if you don't want to land into a bunch of enemies, then By the way, if you do parachute, make sure you have your mount following you and that it is also on neutral, because then of course it will probably fall, you know, before you get down there, and like you can make sure that it you know, will defend itself. And oh, okay, let's check out this drop quickly. Sorry. Okay. Personally, not very interesting for me, but okay. Why? I don't know why that keeps coming up. So yeah, and then we're at the bottom over here. Like I said, so you can see there's a lot of, well, actually not too bad. I remember in the old days when when I used to play before, there was a lot more enemies here, from what I recall anyway. So let's kill these guys. And yeah, there's also a note over here, right next to the artifact room, or ruins. This guy doesn't really fit in that little entrance, so you have to just jump over or whatever, but that's no problem. Are there any enemies in here? No, okay. Let's pick up the artifact. Why does my GPS keep coming up? That's really weird. But okay. Let's climb over here. So down here at the bottom there is another explorer note. I think it's a dino dossier one. And yeah, there's also some, well, obsidian, I guess, mainly is a main resource you can find in here. Also some metal, but otherwise obsidian. And hopefully as we go back up, I can show you where the other note is. It's on a little ledge. Where is it though? I'm not sure which angle is best to see it from. Maybe it's a bit further up. Oh, maybe it's over there where you can kind of see a few mushrooms over there. Yeah, let's see if we can see it better. So yeah, like, and I guess the otters of course provide a bit of insulation, so that's also beneficial, I guess. And in case you don't want to bring fur armor or something, you can always bring one of those with you, and it keeps you a bit warm, because it is kind of cold in this cave. See, here's like where there's jumps and stuff, or like the, you know, gaps in the thing, and with a wolf, like for example this jump wasn't too bad, but some of the other jumps as you go further up were just really like frustratingly difficult to do with a wolf, because it would fall off, or it would kind of glitch with the rock ledge and stuff. And yeah, so I really recommend something like this. Maybe a Megalania could also help out, but the thing is, you can probably find a sweet spot or something like that to actually climb. Oh yeah, so you can see over there on that little plateau where there's a few mushrooms down there. There's also an explorer note over there, so you can jump to it. For example, these guys don't take as much fall damage, so you could probably, like, from somewhere over there, maybe jump down to it, or climb to it, or grapple to it. So yeah, but what was I saying? Yeah, so like I said, it's definitely easier to like use some, oh yeah, like a, god, totally lost my brain over here. Okay, so yeah, unless you find a sweet spot on one of the walls where you can literally climb all the way up, but so far, I'm sure there is one, but because like a lot of the wall, you know, the cliff parts kind of go in and out, and then you reach parts where there's something above you that you can't get by, or whatever, so I haven't personally myself found like a sweet spot yet to actually like literally climb up all the way back up with, you know, with its abilities. But yeah, if you do find that, then that's great, of course. But anyway, it's still a lot better to, you know, on this normal way for these jumps and stuff, using one of these guys, because like I said, they jump a lot higher, instead of like, yeah, like wolves only jump kind of ahead of themselves. So yeah, but that's pretty much it, really. I mean, we're already back at the top. So yeah, like I said, I think there's three explorer nodes in here, 2 at the bottom and 1 on that little ledge I showed you. And as far as I've seen the loot crates, yeah, like down there, right here where I'm standing now, and the one that I also saw near the bottom. And there's probably a few more locations, but as I've said before, they do spawn in different locations in the caves. I'm guessing there's set locations that they appear at, so, but yeah, I may not have come across all of them. And yeah. So that's pretty much it, really. And luckily I didn't have to use the antidote, but like I said, if I would have been bitten again, I probably would have had to. or sometimes you can get a type of mega rabies where it doesn't seem to go away, it just kind of the timer goes up again and up again, and that is not very nice, and that pretty much leads to your death unless you have the antidote. So yeah, it's a bit difficult getting out here. Where's the little area? Oh, sorry, over here. Over here there's a little shallower part that you can get out of the water easily. Well, easily. But yeah. So there we go. That was the pretty artifact of the Devourer on Carno Island. I don't really know what else. I think that was pretty much it. Like I said, I really recommend taking a Thylo with you. It is possible with other mounts, but I just really recommend something like this because, well, personally, anyway, in my experience, I had a lot. Why is it so bright? I don't really understand. Even with gamma off, it's just really bright here. Anyway, so yeah, I really would recommend like using a Thylo. Definitely works out. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you liked the video and enjoyed watching. And yeah, of course, I'd also like to say thanks to everyone who subscribed and who likes my videos and all that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I recently got to 10 subscribers, which I guess for me is kind of a little milestone, even though. So yeah, thanks again to everyone for that, for your support and stuff like that. And yeah, that's it, guys. So I'll see you next time in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye!